Hey guys, today we are going to be building a gabion wall for the start of our barn build. As you guys may know, if you've been watching and following along on our journey, we have a very sloped land out here, and so nothing is flat. And we are leveling a spot to be able to put our barn. So in order to do that, we have to build some type of retaining wall. And our best bet was to build a gabion retaining wall, which is just a wall filled with rocks. And it's put there to help hold the earth in place and keep the erosion from washing it all out. So that's what we're going to get into today. It was really windy today, so us talking on video wasn't usable. But the first thing that we had to do to build this wall was clear out and level up the area that we planned on putting it. We're planning for a 30-foot by 20-foot barn, so our wall needs to be at least 20 feet long. We ran a plumb line to make sure that it would be straight, and then we just went from there. The rocks that we plan on using have already been all dug up from our animals, so we don't actually have to pay for somebody to bring rocks to be used. We're going to start building the fence cages to put all of our rocks in. And I've got my trusty helper over here, Jalen, to help me get the job done. The next thing that we had to do was roll out some fencing and begin measuring. We used 4-foot tall fencing, and I'll put a link to what kind we actually used in the description below. But the height of the fence would actually determine the length of the section of wall. So our 4-foot tall fence would make it a 4-foot long section. And in order to measure, you have to decide how tall you need your wall. We wanted our wall to be 3 feet tall and 1 foot in depth. So we ended up measuring each section at 7 feet and then bending with 1 foot in the middle and then attaching sides to it.
Rocks are part of the earth. You can do a lot with rocks. You can catch them, you can throw them, you can hit them, you can roll them, you can kick them. There's big rocks, there's small rocks, there's white rocks, there's orange rocks, crystal filled, limestone, fossilized, rocks on top of the ground, dug up rocks. There's muddy rocks, there's pooped on rocks, there's clean rocks, round rocks, there's sharp rocks, there's broken rocks. That's about it.
Okay guys, we have measured the first wall piece, and then we just measured up the sides, so we're about to attach the 2 sides onto our main piece to make it kind of like a basket that you can just put stuff in, and the only thing that will be left open will be the top.
I'm in jail.
We are actually going to cut these to where they're just a little longer than we need, so we can use the fence to wrap on to itself. So that way we can create that basket effect. We wanted to take a minute to tell you guys about these little snips right here, which have been making this job so much easier. They cut this fencing like butter, y'all. So we have these other snips. Where are they at? Let me see your snips. We have these other ones, and they came in like a little pack of 3, and they work pretty good. They're actually just tin snips, but these ones here, y'all, are great. Like, I will put a link to these actual snips down in the description below if you want to get you a pair, but they're super easy to use. Jalen loves them. I love them. They just make this whole job
So much
way easier. Sorry, I have a chicken over here trying to dig up bugs in the leaves. They are really heavy duty, very durable. We've used them a lot. We've even accidentally left them outside in the weather a couple times, you know, maybe more than we should have. But they work really, really well. So if you don't have a good pair of snips, they're really good. So go check them out. Once you get your sides measured out and you have that little excess to attach it, you're gonna want to bend those pieces around the main fence piece and twist them with some pliers. And make sure that you get them really tight, and also measure to make sure that you're not over tightening. Otherwise, your wall may be a little wonky. You will also want to add in some brace pieces at this point. And what we did was use pieces of the fence itself and cut them to a little over the depth that we planned on making our fence, and then just attached them to each side throughout. And I think we put about 8 pieces in to make sure that it was nice and sturdy and it didn't bow out once we filled it with rocks.
Oh, here. Okay.
Go this way and then this way.
There you go. Good job. High five. Woo! All right. Go again. Let's go surfing on the interweb.
I just wanted to take a minute to tell you guys that gabion walls are not for everybody. They take a lot of work, so if you don't have the time or the determination to sit down and actually make the cages, you can buy them online. Those that really would like to do this but just don't have the wrist strength or the time to really just make their own cages, you guys can find some that you can just buy. We just can't afford to pay to get those cages, so we're using fencing that we've already had sitting around for a while that we've been picking up, and we're making it work with what we have here. I just wanted to be completely transparent with you guys that it is not, you know, the easiest task you can do. It is a lot of work. It takes a lot of time, but for us it's totally worth it. Okay, we have our gabion, our first cage, y'all. We have to make 6 of these, but I'm not gonna make a video of us making 6 of these because I feel like that's gonna be super boring. Now it's time to take this down the hill and put it where our wall is going to be built and start filling her up. Smaller rocks on the inside. Whoop. You can just drop those in. Now, when it's time to fill your wall, you actually want to put your largest rocks around the outside and put all of the smaller stuff on the inside. And you can actually use broken bricks and scrap cement pieces and just really small pebbles down on the inside. And then the larger rocks on the outside will help keep all of that stuff from washing through the holes in your fence, but still be a sturdy wall. We had a pretty busy family weekend, so our wall did not get fully done. Like I said, we needed 6 sections, and we have 2 and almost a third one full, and then the 4th one there, and then we had to go get more fence. So we'll have to be making 2 more sections, but you guys will eventually get to see it completely finished all along the back right here. But what do you think? I think it's coming along nicely. Also, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. Bye, guys. All right, guys, I got a new pet. This is another new portion to our farm, and you have to keep her in a pretty tight quarters, otherwise she gets a little wild.
You can catch them, you can pick them, you can roll them. You can kick them, roll them.
Ah! This freaking wind!